Hello, good evening. Welcome to Stealthy Elf Productions. We are going to play a little bit of Pathfinder 2nd Edition for you tonight. This is our Outlaws of Alkenstar actual play. Before we jump in, let's do a quick round of hellos, say hi to our players. Let's start with... I was going to say Lycus. Who are you playing? Asta or Buena, or both.
I think you can just say Lycus.
Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Raúl Alejandro González Rodriguez. You can call me Ollie or Lycus, and I am playing Asta and Buena Vista. And just a couple of twins getting up to shenanigans.
Twins.
Yeah, we're not in a great spot, but we're gonna get out of here. I'm sure.
It's gonna be fine.
One way or another.
Yeah. Let's see. I have an ad. Who's next to Asta Buena on the overlay?
My husband.
Yeah.
All right. Patrick.
I'm Patrick. Going to be playing Bart Boltman, the saloon shop owner / barber / bartender, Bart extraordinaire.
Bartender.
Yes.
I like the bartender. All right. Okay. And Ramona Lovelace.
What's up? I am Hannah. I'm playing Ramona Lovelace, a rootin' tootin', dirty, grimy gunslinger. Yeah, that's me. You can find me here on a couple other channels. A couple other shows. And mostly Pathfinder stuff. Also, sometimes over on Tales Archive. So go check out Tales Archive. Oh my god. Okay, that's me.
Thank you, Hannah. All right. Sugar Pea.
Hello, I'm Button. My pronouns are they, them. I'm Blue Button on social media, and I play Sugar Pea. When I'm not here, you can find me on this channel in Unearthed Inheritance, where I play Cressida, Southern but more chill. And I play Amanita, not Southern, in New World Rebellion. When I'm not on this channel, you can find me over on Tales Archived, where I play Echinacea Belrose in Known Realms Telesh. I believe we will not be airing tomorrow because our game master is busy, so you get a double feature of a pre-record that won't be going up tomorrow, the following week, and then our game.
Okay. And guys, I'm going to be your GM this evening. My name is David. My pronouns are he, him. And you can catch me here playing a lot of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I'm the game master of this little project. I'm the game master of all of our Heroes Hysteria games. That's Unearthed Inheritance, Sandsea Saga, and New World Rebellion. Go check them out. Let's see. I also play in Terra Magia. Are we playing tomorrow? We're playing tomorrow.
We are going to play tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
We are playing Terra Magia tomorrow, so come check us out. And then I will also occasionally show my face or faces over on Tales Archived, especially in some upcoming projects, so be sure to check that out. Okay. Friends, welcome back.
Oh boy.
You guys ready to be cow folks?
Born ready.
It's
Gonna
Okay.
be a
Cowpoke me.
Cowpoke me. All right, so
Sneaky.
last session. Oh boy, we're starting off strong. Okay.
right after the introductions.
All right.
Just get right
I get
into it.
okay.
Why waste any time? Am I right?
Yeah, we're pretty much going to hop right into it. So this is session 3. We are picking up with you guys here at the Gold Tank Reserve Bank here in the city of Alkenstar. Your characters are here to heist. You're here to rob some things, right? You're here under the employment of Phoebe Dunsmith. Last session, you guys met up with Byron, an employee, a disgruntled employee. You were able to get him intoxicated and steal his keys. And then you returned to the bank that you had just, done a little bit of recon on, made your way in using the keys, but not until you disguised yourself. So our party, I will remind you guys, is currently in disguise. And what disguises they are? Asta Buena. You guys are disguised as Urkham Dresh. Urkham Dresh being the dwarven employee or dwarven bank manager who is very much in the pocket of Ambrose Mugland. We've got Bart, who is cleverly disguised themselves as one of the automaton guards, the gold tank brokers, as they are lovingly called by Dresh, sinisterly called by Dresh. And then we've got Ramona. Ramona's disguised as none other than Angelique Lovelace, the deputy shield marshal, who is very much in Muglin's pocket. And then finally, Sugar Pea. You are disguised as Byron the Teller. So, Sugar Pea, I believe we left off. I'm just going to say you have Byron's keys, since you are actually Byron at the moment. And I believe you were the one that unlocked the door last time. Okay. When we got into the building, we entered in through the break room, and not only did we hear the sounds of the gold tank brokers on the other side of the door in the main lobby, we also smelled a lot of fish. Something smelled fishy.
We still didn't. We haven't really.
We don't know what that is.
We're not sure what the fishy smell is, but we know there's a fishy smell in the room. Right? Do you guys feel immersed yet?
I don't want to. Take me out.
Well, Ramona, you almost did take the party out as you kind of crashed in through a door and alerted one of the gold tank brokers, who made its way into the break room. You guys all hid in the bathroom in the stalls until it left. It has continued its patrol, and you guys have now started to make your way into the lobby proper. Hasta buena. You guys made your way, glinting your mirror, over to a little alcove over there on the left side of the map. Sugar Pea and Bart, you guys hanging out in the break room still. Bart trying to get a little bit of a lay of the land, watching the patrol patterns. Sugar Pea offering a little bit of advice into the construction of these creatures, a way to disable them without having to use weapons. And Ramona, acting on that advice, having snuck forward and begun the process of disabling one of these clockwork guards. And that's pretty much where we're picking up. We just finished with Asa and Buena's turn, which is when they moved their way over here. First up in the initiative order, guys, the clockworks rolled really, really well. According to the initiative order here, I have...
Ease.
I have got the Clockworks, followed by Bart, followed by Sugar Pea, followed by Ramona. Ramona, you were earlier, but you delayed to after Sugar Pea. And then Hasta Buena, bring it up to the back there. Okay, so we are going to pick up with this Clockwork. Clockwork
Gosh.
is going to...
I just got real scared.
Me too.
Well, you are right behind it.
I sure
you
am.
are right.
And I did not
So,
announce that I was
maybe
hiding.
it will turn around that way.
Oh, maybe if I just.
Maybe if you do, but it is going to spend its first action. Actually, you know what? Yeah, it's going to spend its first action to walk forward. Dramatically hit my keyboard and nothing happened because I was on the wrong screen. It's going to walk forward and turn around here. That's going to be its first action to move those 5 squares.
Perfect.
Now, the question is, does it see you from here? It just barely hits the corner, but it does have one action. And it is going to continue making its way forward. Now, we had discussed the particulars of stealth. Ramona, you are pretty much out in the open here. So as this creature makes its way back with its second action, it's going to start making its way here, and as soon as it hits here is when it's going to notice you.
And I look like Angelique Lovelace,
You look
the
like
sheriff.
Angelique Lovelace. You look like the sheriff. Ramona, as you made your way up and you were able to disable it, right? You've got one dial on the crank, and just as the Clockwork continued marching forward, you just kind of stumble a little bit, hence how it's able to get ahead of you just enough to finish its turn. And as it turns around, it takes a look at you. The light shines onto you, and all of you hear the sirens go off. It begins
siren-
a loud. Yep.
Can I
The
ask a
clock-
question? Are the sirens a free action?
No, actually, you're right though. The sirens can't go off because that's a 2-action thing.
He just took all his
Damn.
actions. I was like, he
got
just
one
did
thing-
everything he
Yeah.
could do.
Yeah. So he walked up, he stepped forward, saw there, and I think, if we go ahead and just have it like shine the light on it, I'm gonna count that as like a point out just for its last action. And what's gonna happen is, so its friends are gonna be aware of you, Ramona.
Okay.
So when I say friends, I do have to reveal the rest of the map, a little bit more of the map here.
Oh,
Yeesh.
good.
Oh no.
Reveal area, please. Let's
Now-
get the rest of the lobby.
It's gonna be someone dressed as Ramona.
Be like, huh? Huh? Okay.
Okay. So these guys. So there's another one here. Okay.
Okay.
Geez.
That's all of your actions here, Mr. Number 4. These guys are going to start making their way over. We are going to have you go.
That's a lot of move.
It's going to take all its movements, all its actions to start making it. I'm going to start with this one, though, actually, the closer one. So it's going to walk up. That's going to be one action. Another action to open the door. And then it sees Hasta Buena. And keeping consistently, it's going to use its third action to point out.
Intruder alert.
And then we're going to get down here. Okay, so that's going to be 2 actions to move up here. And then with its last action, it is going to... Yeah, it's going to make its way up there. And yeah, it's going to strike you with its fist.
Oh.
Don't hit me.
It's going to strike you with its fist.
Rude.
The bank manager? Urkham
Yeah.
Dash? It's gonna
It's
hit
gonna
the bank
strike-
It
manager?
knows.
These constructs are not like Bart. Bart has
They not like Bart.
consciousness. These ones are mindless. They only have. They're very much like just regimented things. To hit you, that is a 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think as the thing opens the door, Asta kind of goes, "Oh no!" And as it goes to get punched, it's like, Buena, please!" And then switches over to her as she gets punched in the face.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Okay. Buena's gonna take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, she will. Oh, no.
Yeah.
You know, it's really sad going from a
Oh no!
level 7 or 8 character back down to level 1.
Yeah.
It's so scary to look
It
at
is.
those numbers and go, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
That's
It's really
that's a lot of my
weird.
health. That's a lot of my health. Please don't. Okay. Okay. Let me just do a quick. So that's going to be all of their turns. Let me just do a quick thing here. All right. Why is this being so weird? Okay. All right. Bart, my friend, you are up next. You hear the commotion out front. You see the lights kind of now spilling into the break room, just suffusing sugar pea and light. And you hear as Asta calls out, "Buena, no!" or "Buena, please!" And then you hear the strike and the thud. Okay, Bart, you're up. Sugar pea's on deck.
All right.
Okay.
So you have 3 actions, and you can use
Yeah.
those 3 actions to do anything you like.
Anything.
Anything you like.
I think what I would like to do is throw one of these glue bombs at
Ooh.
one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, honey, those do splash damage. So if you wanted to hit the two that are right
What I'm
next to
trying
each
to
other,
figure out is how big the area is because I don't want to get Asta. Or
Yeah,
Blaine.
it's
if
going to
you
be
hit that one, then it'll only splash on this one.
correct.
5-foot
Just a
splash.
5 foot. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I couldn't see where that is. All right, so I have a +4 to attack. Is there a roll? Oh, there is. Okay.
So you'll need to probably step out here a little bit, Bart, to get line of sight with these guys.
Yeah, which will take move. If I break up my movement, does that automatically use 2 actions, or like is it
Yeah.
1 action point? Like if
Yeah.
I only use half my movement to step out.
Correct. Yeah, it uses a whole action, and then you'll have to spend another one. Yep.
Okay. And then the little icon next to my glue bomb, it's like a square. It's like a square inside of a square. I think it means 1 action point, right?
Yep. Yep.
So to
Yeah, it
throw-
was just one of those. It's an action. Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna step out right outside the door and try and lob a glue bomb over Buena and hit the automaton in the back. Try
Sure.
and stick them together.
So let me see something here, because you can go. Yeah, if you go here, you can try for that shot on the automaton in the back. Because from
Yep.
here you'd be able to get like rough line of sight. It's got a few people in the way, but I'm not going to stress that too much. Okay, go ahead. So roll an attack roll here. That's a D20, and then your whatever the modifier is nearby there.
Should probably grab a die. Hey?
They might come in handy.
Yeah, I
Might need those.
Might see a dice or
15.
two. 15.
15. Yeah, plus a 4, I think. Does that,
Okay, so
does
15
that sound right?
Yeah, totally. You roll the 15 on the dice and then +4 against its AC. That's gonna hit. That's gonna hit. So, does it have a damage dice on there?
Nope.
Okay.
No, there's no damage to it.
Okay.
It says it takes a status penalty to its speed for 1 minute,
Mm,
and if
okay.
it crits, then it's stuck in place.
okay. What's the bomb called?
Glue.
Small
bomb?
glue bomb, comma lesser.
Glue bomb lesser. Let me just take a look. See here. Do I roll that now, or do I roll that on my turn? Okay. Okay, so that was a successful hit. So yeah, you don't get the critical hit effect of the thing. So creature takes a status penalty to minus a speed. Okay, so it is... This one
Minus
in the back
10
is
foot.
glued. Mm-hmm.
Minus 10-foot penalty, and the escape DC is 17. Okay.
Got it. I'm just going to
Wait a
put
minute to find that.
a fishing net on you. Okay.
Nice.
Nicely done, Bart. All right, Bart, what do your bombs look like?
They're like little flasks, like little
Oh.
various, not necessarily hit flasks, but they're glass bottles. They're kind of nice. I
Mhm.
think he's probably got like a corking station at home. You know, he works at
Yeah.
a tavern or something. So,
Yeah.
this one in particular is like a really gross, tarish black color. You know, just like a thick black oily substance.
Yeah. Yeah. Asa, you see just see it kind of sailing over past you, catching the glint of the headlights of these creatures as the glue bomb flies through the air, and you see as it splatters on the one, the tarry stickiness kind of like, getting all over the one's light and chest as you can see it start to kind of slow down as it's touching walls and it gets confused and it's sticking to things. All right. Nicely done, Bart. Okay. Sugar
then-
Pea. Oh, sorry.
Do I still have one more action?
Yeah, you're right. You do. You moved up
this-
and tossed the bomb.
Is this white bar behind Mona, the white line, is that like a full wall? Or is
No. So technically that is the door for the vault, but it's actually closed. If we were here in the
I
day,
gotcha.
that door is open. Yeah.
Do we allow table talk? Are we fighting this?
Yeah,
or are we
totally.
running away?
I think we fight it. I think we can take him down pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's fuck him. I mean, yeah, let's fuck him up.
I mean,
Let's fuck.
Yeah, let's fuck them.
Whoa. This is a family
way.
show.
Roll a
damn it.
d20.
I don't know why I threw a speed bomb then. That's fine. 5.
That's okay. 'Cause I mean that on Asa's turn. I mean Asa can run around and yeah.
Let him get away.
10-foot penalty is brutal.
I think I'd like to close in on this last one, the one we first engaged on, and take it down. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stop them from coming in. I'm gonna step up here.
Okay. All right, Bart's in position.
Yep.
Okay. Sugar P, you up?
Okay. I am going to. Do I have line of sight? Because I'm at the door that's open.
You have. Let's see. Not with the ones on the left, and just barely not with the ones on the right. If you come out one step, you can get line of sight with the one on the right.
But okay, that's fine.
But I spent a weekend with my niece, and she's like almost 2. Her favorite thing to say is but. Handed me a
Can
pair.
someone? I don't have the way to measure it like there to there, but I want to see how far I can get heading toward Ramona.
Let's see. If you can take to get next to Ramona, you
Yeah,
can get here.
I've got 25, so I can get there.
You can.
Okay.
You can get into any of these squares here.
Gonna get there
That's
then with my first action. Shikri bustles out looking like Byron. And then there's a whir, tick, tick, boo, and the parasol that they've already had out. Sugar Pea has had their weapon out the whole time.
Oh yeah.
They, Ramona, you see as the parasol opens up for a sec, and then there's a whirring, and there's. You see the very tip of the parasol open up, and as it becomes a cane pistol, and I'm gonna I would like to try and shoot this thing specifically in its like siren.
Shoot it
Ooh.
right in the siren box.
Go for it.
Okay, +5 to hit. Okay, does an 18 hit?
18 hits. 18
Yay!
hits.
Okay,
Hits with the damn
with this firearm, I need the target must succeed at a fortitude save against my class DC or be stunned 1.
Oh, whoa.
That's
a,
nice.
Not a good roll. That's a
Firearm.
12.
A 12? What is my DC? What a good thing that I should know.
Your class DC should be.
My inventor DC 17. Okay,
Okay.
so that fails. Normal fail.
Nice.
Yay. Okay. That was a regular hit though. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Not great. It's gonna be 3 piercing. But it's stunned 1.
Okay.
Do you do anything else cool? Sorry, I've never played this class before. Panic.
Get all the cool things in.
There's a pummeled status effect. No, I want broken
No.
skull. Broken skull sounds stunned.
Nothing else cool. All right, I'm gonna roll again. I've got a -5 for the second attack.
Does
Yay.
does the weapon ever reload at all? Just making sure.
What a good question. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Being pissed.
I know that there are things with Inventor.
Might
I'm so
have
sorry, you
more.
guys.
No, you're
It's
good.
okay. We're gonna take our time with it.
You're good. You're good. Hang on, I got you.
Weapon innovation, segmented frame. So do you? That says nothing about reload.
Yeah, it's got a
Weapon
reload
innovation.
1. Yeah, so yeah, you have to spend 1 action to reload. Yeah, so it's a single
Okay.
shot.
Never mind then. I, for my third action, reload.
Nice.
That's my
Nice,
turn.
nice. Okay. After your turn, I do have someone to add to the initiative order. As one sec here, Urkham Dresh.
Oh no.
Is she about to get shot too? She's also an intruder. Okay, this is actually kind of interesting.
So hang on.
Where is she?
So let's see. We got one action, stand up, one action to move. She's gonna emerge back here,
Oh.
wiping sleep from her eyes, from her
Actually
office as the
incredible.
door opens back over here. Hang on. Wake up, stand up, open door. She's going to she's going to emerge and look at the scene before her. She's gonna see Angelique Lovelace, and she's gonna see Byron, and emerge and be like, "What in tarnation's going on out here?" And honestly, guys, I think that's her turn. It's stand, move, interact
Yeah,
to get out there.
it's gonna have
She
to be.
doesn't see me, right?
She does not see you, and she does not see Bart.
Perfect.
But she'll call out. She'll look around. I think seeing the two, I'm just gonna give her a free action to talk here. Seeing that it's Angelique and Byron, is gonna say, "Give me a second. I got my key. I'll turn them off."
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
please do.
Yeah.
Yeah, please do turn them off. Okay, let me just see here. So that up. All right, Ramona, you are up with Asta Buena on deck.
Okay. Ramona, in disguise as Angelique Lovelace, the sheriff of this town, Mona's going
The one and
to
only, they say.
kind of hold the gun behind her back, and stand up and step forward and say, yeah, please do. And what are you still doing here? You should be going home. And I guess a deception check?
Sure. I mean, the lie being that you're trying to convince her that you are Angelique Lovelace.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think
I
the
just don't
disguise
want-
gives you some sort of something to that.
right.
One sec.
Looking
Illusory
up.
disguise.
Impersonate. Yeah.
Plus
Plus
4 status
4.
bonus.
That's a nice bonus.
Yeah.
And lets the target add its level to such deception checks, even if untrained. Which I believe I am untrained, so I'm going to add my level to this, which is a whopping 1.
And a whole 1.
Okay, so this is a plus
Oh,
5.
that's plus 5.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. So that's an
Oh,
impersonate.
it's a natural 20. My
Okay.
first roll. I haven't rolled
Darn
this dice in
tootin'.
like 8 weeks. Okay, so 25.
That's the critical success.
Sure is. Quickly, before those darn sirens go off and wake up the whole town.
She's fumbling with keys urgently, like she put. You can see she's like got a ring, and she's like, I have to let her do it on her turn. Sorry.
No, you're good. And then I guess I will move and just start to wind, just to do something. Like, I mean,
Move up and wind.
yeah, so it's deception check, move up, no
Good,
longer
focus on.
sneaking, and see if I can unwind.
Just try to we're just trying to unwind. We just go to the
We're
bank
just
to
trying
unwind.
to unwind, really.
Yeah. Okay. So that would be a disabled device, which I think it's a 2-action thing, which you have within your economy as you just moved up, and
Oh, right. So I don't have it. I guess I'm just kind
It's
of like,
impersonate constant action. I don't think impersonate's an actual action. It must be though.
It's with a deception check. It is impersonate. Well, so it's built like an exploration activity, but generally if you're doing a skill check, it's going to be an action, right?
Yeah. I think the deception part. Yeah. So yeah, 1 action down. So yeah, 1 action. So yeah, you
So
won't
then-
quite have the action economy to do a disabled device, but you could beat it up or restrain it or something if you wanted.
I don't want to make her think that we're trying to destroy them. So I think actually what I'll do is walk over and try to help her.
Sure. Yeah. He's ready in action to aid.
Yeah, that's what I'll do, just to keep the disguise going. And
Yeah, so you'll aid her to shut it off, no problem.
yeah, and I'm just looking at everyone else like.
No, there's only one other that you can see. As for the other two who you can't see, they are around the corner. And if that's everything with your turn, yeah, then Asta, Buena, or I guess Buena right now, you would be up.
Okay.
Do
Hearing
we all disengage? We do.
hearing kind of what's going on, I don't want to like fully fist fight this thing right now, so I'm going to project myself just past him behind the gooey robot, and try to unwind him at the very least.
Okay.
So one action do the thing.
Oh,
She can see
clean.
that, can't she?
No, she can't.
Oh, okay. Okay, sweet.
Those
bean.
are, yeah, so let me grab my pointer. This here is wall.
Yeah.
Right? These here are like iron bars. So you can see through the iron bars, but you're on the other side of the wall. So she can't see you.
Perfect. Perfection. Okay. Yep. Okay. So,
So Asta's back out as you glint over.
yep, Asa's back out as I glint over, and he's just gonna wind her up. Unwind
Okay.
her.
So it'll be a disabled device. You can use thievery. We also did allow crafting last time, so I'll still accept crafting here too.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a guess and say my thievery is gonna be higher.
I imagine your thievery would be higher than your crafting.
That makes sense.
Hey, that's pretty good. That's 12 on the die for 17.
That's a success.
All right. What else? Okay. I was trying to read. Oh no, never mind. I can't use the scarf again to switch my disguise.
Oh, it's a switch. Yeah, disguise. No, unfortunately not. Yeah, you are Urkham Dresh, but Urkham Dresh has not seen you.
Right.
Forgot.
So the person who you were disguised at, and the other thing too here,
my God.
I will say, and this is very obvious for Sugar Pea and Ramona, who can see Urkham Dresh. You guys didn't know what she looked like. So Bart had described her, and we got pretty close, right? But there's definitely a few
long
features that are
lost
not
kid.
right. Yes.
Oh,
Oh my god. Okay. Get to that.
Okay, so I don't look identical.
You
That's
don't look
actually still helpful.
identical.
That's still
You have,
helpful,
like-
actually.
You have like a 70% likeness.
God.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, that's good enough.
Oh,
I
I'm
forgot
about
about
to be
that.
so dumb about this. Great.
oh my
Okay.
god. This
Alright,
is
in
so
that
funny.
case, I'm just gonna use my second action to try to unwind more of the thing. My third
Oh,
action, sorry.
No, so it's a 2-action thing to do
Oh, it's a
disabled
two-action,
device
John?
anyway. So
Ah,
I would
So, yeah,
probably
you're-
hide if I were you.
you're already done. You're already
yeah,
done.
I'm already done. That's 1 for mirror and 2 for wind.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You'll mirror
alright,
and
that's
wand.
good enough. Mirror and
Okay.
wind.
Okay, we'll start with this one on the right. It is stunned, so it's going to lose an action. So it's got 2. It is going to. It's going to go for the one that's within range. It's going to try to conserve its action economy as best as it can. So it is going to go ahead and it's going to spend 2 actions. Oh, I need to do a thing first. Okay, so yeah, it's going to try to hit you, Ramona.
Okay.
And as it does, Urkham Dresh is panicking. She is desperately looking for these keys.
Hitting the sheriff right next to her.
Hitting the sheriff right next to her, she is freaking out. So that's an 11 to hit you with my first
No.
action. Okay, second action with the map. That is a 19 to hit you.
That one will hit. Weirdly
Okay.
enough.
Yeah, I rolled a lot better. Okay, that's going to be 8 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
We're going to spend the last action to try to grab you. What is your fort DC?
4. 16.
Oh, sure. 16. Okay. And I rolled a 19. Yeah, so you are also going to be grabbed. It's its third action. It hits you and grabs you. It's got you like one hand just kind of it kind of like builds up, right, as it kind of like cranks into position, and then a piston in its arm just fires off and its forearm lodges forward into your gut. The second hand quickly like grabs you at the back of your shoulder, and it's got you grabbed now. That's going to be its turn. Okay. Over on the side, I think Bart, you're in for the same treatment, my friend.
I'm in a bad spot.
So it's gonna go ahead. It's gonna spend its first action to try to hit you. That's gonna
Hold
be.
on. It,
Hmm?
Bart does look like a clockwork
True.
dog.
True. These things are mindless too. You're right.
yeah.
Button. Hero point.
Yes.
La, la.
I was totally aiming for Buena when I threw that glue bomb.
Yeah. Exactly.
Totally meant to.
It was about to turn on you, Bart, and then it stops, looks at you, wordlessly turns past you, and we are gonna go ahead and just get into position around Buena here.
Give him a good old Roger part
Moving.
in solidarity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beep boop.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's actually, these things are mindless. I don't think they know about flanking, so it's just gonna come out and try to hit you.
Thank fuck.
They're not that smart. Okay, so you're gonna come out first, and then you're gonna go whack whack. Or we'll try to hit first, and then we'll see if we can grab. Asta, I'm gonna guess a 10 doesn't hit you.
Luckily, no. I would think I would just run the character into a river if that was the case.
Okay, first strike, it moves its way out and it goes to strike at you, but it gets caught in the glue bomb that's on its companion, and it just and then it's going to try with the other hand instead with the map, and this one would be a 17 to hit you.
Still doesn't hit.
Okay, as it's being pulled around and jostled by its companion, who it's glued to. Okay, the other one is going to go ahead and it's going to try its best. They can do something cool, but they have to grab people first. And this first roll is absolute shit. So I'm gonna say that
Yay.
first attack's not gonna hit you. The second attack is definitely not gonna hit you. I rolled the exact same thing twice in a row. That's 2 2s, back-to-back 2s.
Now the map on this
Um,
one's -10, yeah.
Yeah, now the
Yeah.
map on this one's -10. And I rolled a 12, so I'm back to 2. So
Nice.
it's gonna go 3 strikes. These two are just like glued up together as they are trying to get at you. I love the image narratively of the first one like trying to push past to get at you, and it gets stuck onto its compatriot, and the two of them are just glued up trying to get at you.
Whatever.
That's all.
And Bart, I think, notices that like a second ago when they were right next to him, like it was still pretending to be fake Urkham, but like weirdly like strong physique, like or like a head held high kind of like posture, and now in the other side it looks a lot more same person, but it looks a lot more like loose, and like they're dodging as if they're like doing a little like dance, like they're like they're playing around a little bit too much.
They are not taking it seriously. All right, clean. Okay, Bart, you are up. Sugar Pea, or no, sorry, yeah, Bart. Where the hell did the automatons go? Yeah, we just did them. That's right. Okay, Bart, you're up. I'm gonna do the automaton's turn again, guys.
No, thank you.
No. I don't think I'm gonna get that lucky twice.
Right.
Can I hold action?
Yeah, you can totally delay your turn and see.
Yeah.
You know.
Can I wait until like after Ramona?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, you can jump back in at any point. If you see something happen, like let's say between now and Ramona's turn, something comes up and you think I want to get in, just announce it. You can delay your turn for free.
Does that become like my new spot then in the rotation?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay. All right. Sugar Pea. I will say though, just so you know, if we come back around, if we manage to go through the entire round and come back to you, then you just lose a turn. Okay.
Yeah, fair. No, I'm just waiting. I gave the good
Okay.
Roger
Okay.
Sounds
to the guards as they came by.
Sugar Pea, you are up with Dresh on deck.
Okay. So I see Urkham Dresh struggling through her keys,
Mm-hmm.
and I have Byron's keys.
You do have Byron's key. Yep.
Do I have a single Byron key or a ring of keys that looks like that one?
You have. Byron has. I want to keep it simple.
Hmm?
Byron does have at least 3 keys.
Okay, great. So this object that I've been carrying since the bar, can I
Okay.
make a check to see if those keys, because I know what one opened the door. Can I see if the
Mhm.
2 remaining keys have matches on Urkham's key ring?
Okay, go ahead. I would take a crafting check here because it's
Yay.
like a mechanical thing, but I would also accept perception if you want to do that.
We're gonna do crafting, baby. 17 crafting.
17 crafting. Let me just take a look at something here. 17. You do find 1 key is this heavy, monstrous behemoth of a key, right? That's not the one you want, but there is one that is made of like a similar, like gold, plated gold that looks like it would match pretty well with these,
Okay.
with these things. Yeah.
That was my first action, to perceive. Second action is to pull out the key, or do I already?
Yeah.
have it?
Interact.
Interact?
Yeah. Interact to draw the key. Yeah.
Okay. And then move.
Step
To
on
it.
up.
And the Sugar Pea is just going to be making panicked Southern sounds because they know
got
that
it.
that sounds enough like Byron.
You got it.
So they can
Okay.
go. With the key out, Ramona, if you want to do something about it.
Put the key out. All right. Then, okay, Urkham's turn. Urkham is going to see you with the key, drop her own. That's a free action. Step forward, grab from you, second action, and go ahead and interact and turn off this one. We're going to put you in sleep mode. Okay. So that's all. That's the full action economy for Urkham. The step forward, grabbed Byron, what she believes to be Byron's key, and as she grabs it, as she sees you, she's like, "Oh, Byron, blast it! Give me that!" You see, yeah. Don't panic, Sheriff. Don't panic. I got you. Click. Hands kind of scratching the surface as she's trying to, pull it out. And clink, clink. And Ramona, you immediately feel the machine like begin to. It doesn't like it lets you go, right? Stands back up straight and goes into standby mode. Okay. And she goes, "Let me get the others real quick. I'll be right back." And that'll be her turn. Ramona, you up? Hasta buena on deck. I'll say Ramona. Just to stay 100, the keys, the dress drops are right here on the floor in the square next to her, where she was.
As she makes a beeline over there, because I don't want her to see Asta or Buena.
Okay.
I want to try to stop her.
Okay.
And say, God, what do I say? What do I do?
What would Angelique do?
What would Angelique do? I mean, what would Ramona do pretending to be Angelique?
Right? Now we're really getting deep.
Jeez. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was thinking. I think
You guys can tabletop up top too if you want. Like, it doesn't have to just be in chat. If anybody has ideas or suggestions, like,
Okay.
if Hannah's okay with it, I think.
then I don't have to type so much.
Yeah.
David won't get so mad.
Why don't you guys go ahead? And
Okay.
let's see. What do you want to do?
I was kind of in my character sheet, Sugar P. I just want to make sure I know what you did. Summarize your turn for me real quick.
I made a crafting check to see if I had a key like one on Urkham's key ring. Saw that I did. The second action was to pull out my key ring. Third action was to move, and I held out the key. Then Urkham took the key from me and turned off the clockwork fella.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is say, I'm gonna try to play leader here. So I'll say, no, there's a reason why we're here, and I need your help with that, Dresh. Byron, you take the key and go turn off the others. Dresh, I need you to get me into the vault. I need to check on my belongings and make sure they're safe and sound. Heard a rumor.
Dresh looks around. Oh, why? Give me a deception here.
With the
You had a pretty good check earlier.
five.
Yeah.
With the
Plus
+5. Do I want to roll again?
Do it.
Even with a +5, that sounds like it was a low roll.
It was a 10. I don't know. 15? You think 15 will be good? Should I risk it? I'm gonna stick with a 15.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with a 15. I think 15 is probably the DC.
15 is the DC.
Oh, good.
Exactly. Met it.
That's scary. And I still have a hero
So
point. Yay.
with a 15, yeah. So with a 15, Dresh thrust. Well, I don't want to hop out of action economy,
Yeah.
right? But Dresh is going to start the process of thrusting the key back at Byron.
Start the
Look at
process.
me and go. You heard the sheriff. Get to it. Sheriff, I'm so sorry. I believe, had I known, I will be more than happy to help you retrieve what you need from your vault.
Well, thank you. Well, as long as you can do that, I won't fire you.
I get what you're going for. Okay. All right, Ramona. So that was deception.
How was a deception? I think I'm trying to figure out a way if I can aid Asta and Buena on a hide check, because I
Certainly
really
could.
want them to be successful with that.
You could try to distract Urkham, through
Yeah,
so you can sort of
yeah.
take an action to prep to, the nice thing about aid is, and I'm pretty sure this is the case, it doesn't have like a range. You can theoretically, as long as you can propose how you want to aid, right? You can pretty much, go for it, right?
Yeah,
So-
okay. Then I'm
Yeah.
going to use my second action to create a diversion by talking with Dresh and keeping her attention on me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I would say don't worry about like doing a creative diversion, because then we're getting really sticky into rules where
okay.
that means that you're going to be hiding all this jazz. So just we'll call it an aid to Asta Buena's hide check when they make one.
Okay, that works for me. So I'm just like, Dresh, why are you even here this late? This is some after hours stuff. I don't want to be paying overtime, Just talking.
I don't want to go into like a full RP
No,
while
no,
we're
no,
in
but
combat.
I'm just trying to.
Sorry.
I'm
yeah.
trying to put some flavor on it.
So here's the thing though, that's only 2 actions. You still have one more.
No. Oh my goodness.
I'll
What else
remind
can I
you,
do,
just
you guys?
there's a set of keys on the floor if you want them.
Oh,
She dropped
that in
her
mind.
keys.
Oh, she dropped. Oh yeah.
Yeah, her keys-
pick up the keys. Pick up
her
the keys.
If you want. Okay.
100%.
So, okay. Last action will be interact. We'll grab those keys. Alrighty. Okay. Asta Buena. You are up.
Alright.
Slowly being surrounded by automatons.
noticing that things are going in the right direction, I'm going to. So, right now they're here. So, I'm going to avoid these squares and port myself over here, and then take just gonna walk over to here to this thing. 2 actions to get over there to avoid her line of sight, so as to whatever. And I want to see what's in this dark room.
Sure. Is you kind of like get up against it. There's a little plaque on the door, right? It has the name, somebody's name. Chad, give us a name. Yeah, give us a name, Chad, for a banker. There's a banker's name on there. It looks like a loan officer's like private office.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Does it seem to be empty?
Oh, we lost a we lost a Patrick.
Oh no.
You see on the door the office of Bobbert Frobert.
Bobbert Frobert.
Bobbert Frobert.
Oh boy.
You're welcome.
Legendary banker. Bobbert Frobert.
Robert. Yeah. Assuming that he doesn't nap in his office, I think I'm gonna try to get in there. As my hiding
Like some
place.
people.
I guess we
Like
can never
some
assume.
people.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So like she's
well,
going through a rough divorce right now, right? Like that's the.
That's what I'm wondering.
That's why she's here at work still. Okay, real quick. So you're going into the office with your action, your last one.
Uh,
So you glinted over. That's
I
one.
think. Yeah, I
glint
did a
move.
glint and a move so that I could avoid her line of sight, even if,
Sure.
if it's only a chance. So I think I want to use my third action to just like peer in the room, like open the door and try to like not
Open
be
the door,
noticed,
interact. Okay,
just in case.
All right. You open the door, and inside, as it kind of cranks open, you see it's furnished professionally. Like I said, it's a loan officer's room, right? There's a couch, right? You can make out a desk. You also see 3 more automatons standing. I'm just messing with you. There's
Oh
no
my God,
automatons in
Dave.
it. The room's empty. The room's empty. It's just regular furniture
How
in there.
dare
Okay, I'm gonna
you.
go in the room next. Okay.
It's an empty room.
Empty room. Got it. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right. I'm
Okay,
positioned to
before-
hide, guys. Okay. We're
Before
good.
the end of the order, before the automatons go, I think I want to
Oh yeah, that's right.
scoop up my, like, if there's the remnants of my flask, like any like cork, not all the little bits and pieces of the glass, but if there's any large chunk or something,
Yeah.
I want to kind of grab that up, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna pose here in this doorway, just kind of like frozen in place, trying my best to look like one of the automatons.
You got it. So I'm gonna say you can spend just 1 action to just retrieve stuff, right? If you want to get like a significant amount of your flask back, I will take like you can roll, right? We'll see how much flask you get back. Otherwise, you could just take like a standard amount. And then yeah, you got 2 more actions left if you want to use them for anything.
I'm gonna
Uh,
grapple one.
Keep in mind they are sticky. On their turn, I'm going to describe them being, just to kind of preview. They're kind of stuck together.
That's true. They can't chase. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah,
You can-
they're like they're good. They're going to try, but they're clumsy as hell.
Are all of them off?
No,
Or
the
they
2 in front of you are looking to chase after Asta Buena.
Oh, okay.
The headlights are out on, like, focusing towards Asta Buena right now.
Okay. I wonder if I threw another glue bomb at them, what do you think they would notice? Do you think they'd know?
I mean,
They would notice.
I mean, Urkham's pretty far back.
Yeah, but I feel like, I don't know how, I guess if they're not sentient at all, they might just keep,
Yeah, they're gonna keep trying to. They're gonna keep trying to keep going after. They're gonna try to keep going after the last like
moving
basically.
target.
Yeah.
Um,
See a thing,
I'm-
go after a thing.
I'm going to, and you might have to help me how this mechanic works. Use my quick alchemy to
Okay.
prepare a potion, or
Okay.
does it like automatically? Is it quick alchemy like I can just use one? I think
Quick
I can
alchemy
craft it, right?
is. You
Yeah.
can create a consumable, so you can either use a versatile vial to make an chemical consumable.
Okay. So I use a
Consumable.
versatile vial.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna use one of my versatile vials and create a replacement glue bomb.
Okay.
And
All
then,
right.
with my last action, I will hide, I guess. Or like, do I need to?
Sure. Actually, I can help you with that because for quick alchemy, you need to have your alchemist toolkit out. So one action could be to draw the toolkit out. Second action to do the quick alchemy, and then you'd be pretty much set there.
Yeah, sure. And then I'm
Okay.
gonna stay in this doorway and just kind of keep an eye on stuff.
Okay.
I guess.
Alrighty. These things
on,
are going to
quick-
go.
Sorry.
Oh yeah. Stop the
That's just
game.
on the
I have
robot.
something important to say.
When you quick alchemy, you use the item that turn because it only remains potent until the start of your next turn.
Ew.
Interessante.
Okay, so I used. Okay. Well, I'll just pull out my alchemist kit and tell you what. I started in this corner. I'm gonna step over to the doorway. I'm gonna like pull out my alchemist kit and kind of like crouch down and pick up the little flask pieces.
Pick up the shards.
throw 'em
Sounds
in.
good.
Yeah, and I'll have my alchemist kit out and ready then if I need it.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, Byron / Sugar Pea, you up?
Amazing. Sugar Pea, having been handed back these keys, is going to move.
I'm sorry, Button. Hang on. The robots are actually the automatons. I forgot about them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
they're gonna try. They are stuck together. So let me take a look at something here.
My turn order
Yeah.
just got all cattywampus. I don't know what happened.
No problem. And
It's-
I'm getting a lot of static. I
Sort.
think I don't know where. Is there static
I
coming
think
in on
it's
the
from the music.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. These guys are
Yeah,
gonna
when I stop
start.
listening, it's gone.
Okay. Let's see.
Weird.
Yeah, it is the music. Yeah, the music's really staticky. I don't know if it's coming through for the stream that way. Streamers, if you are getting static, let us know. Okay. Robots are going to try to move. First attempt was unsuccessful. Second attempt, not much better. They are gonna get like halfway up as they're like struggling and pulling against each other. But yeah, they're making their way over there. Actually, let me take a look at something here. Because guys, they actually might, now that there's nothing close, I'm gonna say they're gonna actually spend one action to try to move and get like, yeah, just a little bit as they're playing against each other. But the other two actions I think have to be for sirens. I do think that they're gonna spend 2 actions to do the sirens. Because their target just got out of reach and they have the action economy to do it. So they're not going to spend their turn like grabbing stuff or like trying to close the distance. Yeah, they're going to activate their sirens. They're going to start emitting these high-pitched bell noises. They're just going to start ringing and echoing in the bank. Literally alarm bells going off. These 2 things being the source. Keep in mind, it is. I will remind you guys a couple things. 1, it's very late at night. 2, you also were successful in making a pretty good distraction. So you know that if authorities or anybody are on the way, it is going to take them longer than would normally be for the adventure path.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys did you did do some groundwork. Okay. All right. With that, Sugar Pea, it is your turn.
All right, now I'm going to use my first action to run here. Second action, can someone do the measuring thingy for...
Yep.
I can get there. Never mind. I can get that far. Yay!
sure.
And I see Bart on... I see a clockwork with an alchemical kit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to ignore that one. Whoop, second action, run past Bart. Pretend I turned you off. And then... second action, get there. Third action, key in hole.
Key in hole. All right.
Turn off.
Okay. It's a
Usually that turns
design
them on.
thing. It doesn't require a check. You are able to turn. Which one do you want to turn off? There's this. They're both sticky, but the one on the left is stickier.
The one that's less sticky.
The less sticky. Okay, so it's gonna be. It's gonna be the one on the right. Then is gonna go into standby mode. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Drash's turn. All right. And I can kind of see the writing on the wall here. So how about this?
Get in the vault, lady.
We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go to break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, and when we come back, we're no longer gonna be an initiative.
Okay.
Right? Sugar Pea, it's pretty obvious you're about to turn this next one off. So we're just gonna go ahead and say that you do. All right, and we're gonna pick up in RP as Dresh is flustered at the arrival of the Shield Marshal and maybe a little bit jealous that somehow Byron got in with the Shield Marshal over her. Like, she's suspicious, she's frustrated, she's jealous, and we're going to see how that all plays out in about 10 minutes. So, good time to go stretch your legs, let your dogs out and get a drink of water. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Shh.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Stealthy Elf Productions. We're jumping into the second half of our Outlaws of Alkenstar actual play. This is session 3, where our group of outlaws have just made their way into the bank. So far, so good. You guys managed to handle the clockwork handlers with some pretty good handling skills. Sugar Pea, you've gone around and you have deactivated them with Urkham Dresh's key, or rather, with your own key. With Byron's key, as you are disguised as Byron. All right? There's many layers to this. There's many, many layers. Okay. We are out of combat. You guys have just managed to turn off or deactivate the clockwork handlers. There was a brief alarm, right? And in the aftermath of the combat, Urkham is tripping over herself, trying to placate who she believes to be Deputy Angelique Lovelace. Byron, I'm just going to call you guys by your disguise names.
Got it.
Okay? Okay. Byron, I imagine you are going to be regrouping. But tell you what, in the aftermath of the combat, who's doing what?
Hiding, mostly for me.
Austin, you're hiding. Okay.
Yes.
So you're hiding in Robert Robert's office.
I am. Angelique Mona is trying to keep Urkham Dresh occupied and trying to get her to open the vault as quickly as possible.
Sure. Yeah. Just because that's going to advance the story pretty quick. We're going to say, yeah, she's going to pull you over there, right? And she's going to request her keys back because she does need the vault key that's on that. But before we jump to that, Sugar Pea Byron and our remaining gold tank handler, what are you guys up to?
What's Bart doing?
I think Bart's going to be ready to play interference. He doesn't really have anything to do right now, so he is standing probably here to have line of sight of the vault and the front door and kind of the other automatons and wherever Asta Buena went to hide. So probably just hanging out there with my alchemist kit, trying maybe like crouching down behind, like slumped over behind this one.
Yeah, staying out of sight kind of thing. Which is probably a good idea because, I mean, Urkham probably has an idea of how many clockwork she has on staff tonight.
Yeah, so like hopefully like being near them, I don't look too noticeable.
Yeah, and I'd say, between the description of crouching down and stuff like that, yeah, you can, you're watching, and she is all, and we also gonna honor Angelique doing her best to distract her, so don't worry. I would say you can assume you're pretty safe there, all right, as you're collecting the pieces that you need for your flask. Easy enough, you'll be able to grab the rest of that, okay? And Sugar Pea?
Okay. Oh, 1 second. So, just for the table, we are robbing Muglin and Deputy Lovelace and the bank at large to send a message, not explicitly on behalf of Phoebe. We're not going to write like Phoebe was here, but like that's what she wants us to do. Yeah, we're all hired hands.
Got it.
And I think the angle that Sugar Pea is going to take, because we've got Deputy Lovelace robbing the bank, this has become a robbery that is also a framing. So now Bobbert is going to be shaking like a leaf, and instead of approaching his supervisor, Sugar Pea is going to like start nervously looking for like bank logs and ledgers. Because they think that a crooked deputy might be interested in taking those.
Okay, Sugar Pea.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Let's have you roll search. It says perception check.
What's that? Okay, perception. Ew, I'm gross at that. Okay, 1 sec.
I'm gross at that.
Okay.
Normal to slutty 20.
Okay. So
Wow.
up front, I will say this. Up front here, behind the teller's desk, it's pretty standard fare, right? You do find a few ledgers, a few account sheets, that kind of stuff, but nothing too incriminating. But then your eyes land on the left open door to Urkham Dresh's office. I'm going to say, I'm not going to tell you that your character is going to go in there and find stuff, but I will say your character has a strong suspicion that that would be an interesting location to check for stuff.
Okay.
And I'm just going to move some tokens on the map. Right now, Urkham Dresh is over here with Lovelace. And while you are looking around, she turns over and as she pulls out the key, she goes, hey, Byron, get on over here. I need you to enter the combination.
Deputy and manager Arkham. And they're
Enough of your stuttering. Get on over here. I'll enter my key once you go ahead. Once you go on in and put in the combination.
Can I make an engineering check really fast?
You
to
can
see if this
certainly.
is-
You can certainly, yeah. So, let's see. The vault here. Okay. For the vault, give me a crafting check. And Mona, you're here as well. If you wanted to try to advocate for like an 8 or something, feel free to jump in.
Does it
You
have to
don't
be
have to.
crafting?
Doesn't have to be crafting. Give me the flavor. And I mean, I kind of am willing to extend this to the whole party. Like, I'm fine to say, maybe if someone's got another idea, they want to try to jump in here. You can all tell what's going on here as well.
Well, I've got
Okay.
The
thievery.
only idea I have is that this guy, I'm gonna be honest, he seems like he makes his password his children's birthday. Just an idea. He seems
Okay.
like the type.
1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4.
So, so the vault,
So-
the vault door, is this massive 10-foot steel door, and there is a. I just want to make sure I got the description right here. So the. Oh no, actually, I had it backwards. I'm sorry. Dresh enters the combination, and the teller is the one using the key. So I'm sorry.
Oh, incredible.
I'm sorry. That's
so
my
much
bad.
better for
That's
us.
my
Well,
bad.
I rolled a
That
nat
is much-
20, so I'm bummed. But okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, it's all
well,
good.
yeah, I'll let you keep. I'll tell you. I'll let you keep your 20 because I don't want to. I don't want to cuck your 20. So yeah, that's my bad. So
We'll tell you what.
important thing.
Just the so could I use that instead of on the combination, since they're not entering the combination, to like Sugarbee wants to know if we shove this lady in there, is she gonna die or will they be able to get her out?
I was thinking the same thing. I'm glad you asked that
They will
question.
probably be able to get her out. It might,
will.
even if they have to bust down the door. Like,
Okay.
because even you guys as characters could technically have tried to bust down the door as well, right? Like the game is, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, I have all the material statistics for the door and stuff. Like, don't worry. There's ways to
Cool.
get her out.
I think we get what we need and
Okay.
then lock her in there. That was my thought too.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
That's there. That's the nat 20. The nat 20 is like, okay, we can do this without murder. Yay.
Right? Okay. The teller inserts their key and Dresh turns the combination lock in the correct order. And then right after, as that opens, there's like one more like iron grate door. That's where Dresh's key comes in. That's the vault door that we need a Dresh's key. There was like an iron bar door
Got it.
behind the vault door. Yeah, it's like 2 layers of doors.
Doors.
Doors on door.
Doors upon doors. But inside, you guys, Sugar Pea and Ramona, you see a chamber lined with steel, floor to ceiling, steel cabinets on the walls, with each cabinet looks like it has 2 locks. And in the center of the chamber, you see a steel table that is welded to the ground with an ornate steel chest the size of a burly dwarf on top. There is a single door in and out of this room, and that is the one that you were coming through.
The chest is the size of a burly dwarf.
That is verbatim the description from the book.
That makes me think a burly dwarf is in it, but okay. Like-
I hope we don't need to fucking
It is
breathe.
also shaped like a burly dwarf.
The chest is actually a burly dwarf.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Okay.
lord.
It's a burly dwarf's
Ah.
chest. Thanks, Patrick.
Are we still? Oh, we're not an initiative, are we?
We're not initiative,
Okay.
yeah. So the door cranks open. Ching, clink. Not Bobber.
Thanks for sound effects.
Hasta buena. Peeking out of your little room there, you can see the doors opening up and everything. And Bart, you are also aware. It looks like they're in the vault.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out also like out the front door to make sure that
Yeah, we need to look out.
actually can I see that automaton out there?
Yeah, it's kind of, it should have been coming in. I'm going to say it was way down the street on its part of its patrol. But yeah, there is an automaton out there.
Is it coming in like in a hurry, like it's answering to an alarm, or is it just like
No.
patrolling back?
It's just trolling. It's patrolling back and forth.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I guess I'll be ready once they take Urkham into the vault. I would like to step up to the door to kind of intercept that robot.
Okay, no problem. Then yeah, I would say I'm just going to go ahead and move them all in. Asta or Buena, whichever one you are. What are you up to?
Oh, I've switched back to Buena on account that I might need to lie at some point in the near future.
Sure.
So I made sure to switch back correctly. And I mean, I'm in someone's office. I'm gonna inspect it and steal some shit.
Sure.
As
Go
we
ahead.
do.
Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead and roll
yeah.
the thievery.
Outlaws. All
I
right.
would like to roll perception as Bart to see if I clock this as I walk by.
Sure, go for it.
Fair enough.
Let's get the perception check from Bart.
17 plus.
That's a really good roll. What's
Yeah,
your stealth DC there, Asta Buena?
my stealth DC. Let's
Yeah, 10
see.
plus modifier.
10 plus the modifier, 15 then.
15. So yeah, you do catch it.
Right. And I also rolled a 15 on my perception.
Okay. Yeah, you find a few ledgers, a painting of a nice gnome family. Looks like, a wife, 2 kids, small house at the end of the edge of the city.
There's the picture of their house.
Yeah, the picture of the house. Right. Yeah, like a fairly professional office. But yeah, I imagine you find a little bit of money here. Let me see if I get a.
Yeah. I'll take that and like take out a pen, like a little makeup pen for like a disguise kit, and just draw mustaches on everybody.
Is that like your calling card?
Hasta buena, I've been here.
A little bit of defacement.
Yeah, there's mustaches. That's how you know. Hang on. Okay, I'm just gonna say, Bart, as you're going by and you catch Hasta Buena, running around, grabbing loot and stuff, and seeing the mustaches, something about the mustaches seems kind of familiar to you.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's probably what I catch. It's not,
Yeah.
not necessarily the stealing is like him just drawing a thick mustache on him, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a good mustache.
But beyond that though, Bart, what's your intelligence modifier for me?
23.
Which is like the ability.
+4.
No. Bart. +4.
4.
Okay. Yeah, Bart. Really familiar.
Yeah.
Really
Oh my
familiar. The mustache is being drawn on paintings and stuff as a calling card. Mm.
What painting did you have it in your office there, Bart?
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna leave you to that. I don't know if you put it together or you want to or not.
Oh no.
If you want to, feel free. But it's not. I didn't get a critical success on the roll, but I did get a success. So it strikes. There's something familiar about what you're seeing in there. Okay. To our folks though that are actually doing the heist, I do have a question for the party though. Before we jump
The
back to
ones
you
who are
guys.
actually
Who
doing
has
the
bag
work.
of holding? Who has the bag of holding?
Just kidding. That would be Sugar Pea.
Sugar Pea's got the bag of holding. Okay, just making sure. Okay. All right. So, Dresh comes in and makes her way over to one of the deposit boxes on the side, right? And says, Byron, or no, Shield Marshal Lovelace, if you have your key, I'll go ahead and help you.
At this, Ramona is going to pull. So, Sugar Pea, I don't know if it's okay. We didn't really place ourselves here. Can you be behind me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and place yourselves. I'm gonna just go ahead and move her to
Right about there.
I'm gonna say that your vault is on that wall.
Okay. I am
Or
going
Angelique's vault on that wall.
to pull my gun out at this point and change the tune of this interaction a little bit. This is Mona as Loveless pretending to stick up the bank. So we're going full frame Angelique. She says she pulls out her gun, points it straight at Dresh, and
Yeah.
Sugar Pea, if you have the bag of holding, that would be best to load up. So I'll take the bag of holding, throw it at Dresh, and say, fill it up.
Jake sees the bag of holding on the floor and goes to. It has the key in hand. What's going on here?
Don't you
Yeah.
ask no questions, just fill up the bag. You do as you're told, and I don't pull this trigger. Sound like a plan?
Can Byron looking scared aid
Yeah.
somehow?
Go for it. Go ahead, give me
Give an
deception.
aid action.
Yeah. Go ahead. So this would be deception, and then this would be intimidation from Loveless. From you're both Loveless.
+5. We're all
Okay.
loveless.
We're all Loveless.
15 on intimidation. Let's see if we get a
Okay.
boost.
A 1 or 2.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
Okay.
Okay. 17 plus the 5 from the disguise is a 22.
Yeah, 22 is a regular success.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a +1.
So 16,
16
total.
16 total. Take a look at something, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be a success. Yep, 16 total. Tresh is going to, start pick up the bag and make her way over to the thing and say, does Muglin know about this? What's going on here?
Muglin only knows what he has to.
Starts making her way over and
Empty my lockbox. Empty
I
Muglin's.
need your key.
I
need your
don't
key.
believe you. She clicks the gun and says, "You better
I
find a way
swear.
to open it."
I swear, without the other keys, I can't open any of these boxes.
Deputy, let me help her.
Fine, get in there.
Definitely.
I'll shoot her.
Say, thank you, Byron. As you come up close, thank you, Byron. Your friendship and loyalty has always been appreciated.
Listen, Byron, I'm trying to help you, baby boy. You're not good. Can Sugar Pea make another engineering check at these lockers with the combinations? Or
So
crafting? I don't know.
it would be crafted, but they basically it's set up so that they're all 2 key lockers. You know, it's the client has one, and then the bank manager Dresh has the other. So the boxes would require both to be opened, right? You could try to break them, you could try to lockpick them, right? But without the second key, you can't really get into them. As for things that would be obviously stealable in the room without much difficulty, would be the dwarf-sized chest.
Okay. I think Sugar Pea isn't under the impression that Byron is a lockpick, so they're gonna try and break the lock, I guess. Like that's
Okay.
that's the solution they think that he would try to use.
Sure. You can go ahead. You can make the attempt.
Okay. With what looks like an umbrella. Wow, that's so bad. Fuck it, I'm gonna use my second hero point. That was
Button.
a 2.
Hang on. I'll be honest with you. I mean, you guys can spend time trying to get into this stuff, right? But the real benefit is just going to be like, some extra money and stuff that you can like maybe sneak out of here.
Well, but we do
I
want
get the
to.
sense that there's
We wanted to specifically steal from Loveless and Mugland, right? Like get into their
so if
lockboxes.
you wanna, so if you guys want to do like get into those, you will definitely be pretty much trying to break in, or you're going to have to roll real high on some of these checks. Like the material statistics for locks and stuff for lockpicking, it does require like a series of checks.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm down to totally go with we're robbing the bank and framing people, right? I'm just thinking in terms of like logistically robbing this whole vault tonight is going to be real tricky. The
it's
chest.
only those 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really
That
the
was,
2
like,
that we
the
wanted.
job that we were given.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what we
So,
thought.
The
Let us
stuff-
know if we read that
So
wrong.
like
No, you're good.
Byron will start loading what is like easily accessible into the bag of holding, and
Sure.
then we'll like just start trying to break the lock on Muglin's, I think.
Okay. The chest that the game does want you to steal, right?
I steal that.
We'll steal that. It is large enough that it does require 2 people to like get it in there. So
And I'm gonna
Dresh,
say
Mm-hmm.
while I'm like at gunpoint asking them to load it up, whose chest is this? Who's this belong to?
well, this is Muglin's chest.
Perfect. Put it in the bag.
Do you realize what you're doing? Are you sure?
No more questions. Click.
Okay, wait, just a moment now. What if I help y'all somehow? Byron, you in on this?
Where? We don't want to get shot.
Okay, exactly. Look, deputy, I understand it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Maybe you find a way to cut me and my friend Byron in on this. Things don't gotta get messy. Everybody wins.
I'll tell you what. You make a compelling argument. Byron, you're in. With me. Grab the bag. Let's go. And as for you, Dresh. We're gonna slowly back out of the vault with the. Oh, we need to grab the keys. Can you do that, Sugar Pea? Can Sugar Pea thieve it?
Yeah. Sugar Pea, acting out the panic, grabs all the stuff, looks, and then runs out.
We just slowly
and they're gonna
back
run straight into that room that they think might be interesting.
Okay. Yeah. Shut the doors. Shut the vault doors behind
Shut the
Dresh.
vault, lock it.
It's now captured. Okay. Like, wait! I can help! Kaboom! You just hear muffled screams from behind the other side. Okay.
Let's search the office and get the frick out of here.
Yeah, let's check this space around.
In Dresh's office, you guys walk into an elaborately decorated office that has mahogany wall panels and a matching desk with a surface so shiny it would be reflective if there were light. And there's like maybe a dim candle, right? It's definitely made its way through the night. A pair of comfortable couches nestled into the northern corners, northeast, northwest. And two very healthy-looking potted plants stand to either side of the desk, flanking a large credenza. The room's only exit is to the north. And
Oh, there's a way out?
no, it's the room. Yeah, it's the same one that you're coming in. The same door you're coming.
I see.
There you go. So that's what it looks like.
Right. Let's grab the
All right.
books, the ledgers. There's no safe
guys
in
are
here or
able
anything
to
like
grab.
that.
Let's see. As you're looking through behind the desk, go ahead. Well, you know what, Sugar Pea, you had rolled really well to rob the place earlier, and I definitely, we didn't get a whole lot of the vault. So, what you guys find back here immediately is a very fancy pistol. You find a very fancy pistol.
Oh, a fancy pistol.
A very fancy flintlock pistol. Right, it looks like it's custom engraved. You find in the bottom drawer of the desk 52 silver pieces and another 37 silver pieces hidden in another like fake bottom. And in that fake bottom of the desk, you find a encoded ledger. Mm-hmm. So you can try to decode it here or later. Up to you.
Later.
All right.
Thanks
so, yeah,
for
you
the
guys
option,
have
though,
the ledger.
GM.
Hey, good help. All right. And then Asta, I see you're probably going around just looting the place.
Yeah, just opening up all the dark space,
Drawing
revealing the map.
mustaches on everything.
Not everything. I don't want to be that noticeable.
Okay. Well, Asta or Buena, you are able to go ahead. I'll send you some loot after the session here. I'll get a loot generator up and running and let you know what you find.
Cool.
Probably a lot of silver though. Expect that you guys are making out of here like bandits with quite a bit of money.
Yeah, we are.
Right? But Bart, you have been keeping a fairly diligent watch.
You freaking thief. Can't believe he'd rob a place.
Oh, nuts.
What kind of villain?
Yeah, what
Whoa.
kind of dastardly fella have I got myself wrapped up with?
As you contemplate the nature of your companions and the choices that you've made to get to this point in life, you become aware of this automaton who's been kind of patrolling back and forth is joined by a patrol of shield marshals. They don't seem to be making their way towards the bank or anything. They're just on a regular patrol, but there's definitely some activity on the outside towards the front of the building.
Bart, noticing that, drops down, pulls out his alchemist kit, and turns back to look at the group and goes, hey everyone, we better be hurrying it up out of here. These people are, we're starting to get company.
Heard. Thank you, Bart. Where's Asta? Where's Buena?
Being a
Stumbling
problem.
out of a something out of a room, just like filling their pockets. Are you ready to go?
I think just about. What do you think, Byron? Okay. All right. All right. So, do we go out the way we came in then? That's the plan?
Well, we're not leaving out the front.
All right. We go back into the fish room.
You go back into the fishy room. Okay. As you guys are making, as you go from hearing the muffled pounding against the door to now walking to the break room and instead getting hit by the scent of rotten fish.
What in tarnation is that smell?
Hey, I'm just gonna say, if you work in an office building, be mindful of how you store your fish.
It's true. Don't bring
share
the
a break room?
branzino.
Is
Please
this
be
just
mindful.
one
to the
shitty
staff
coworker?
fridge. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always one
Oh my
shitty
God.
They're
coworker.
like marinating a branzino in the fridge. Thinking of the whole freaking bank.
Marinating in the staff fridge.
Okay. Guys, you have successfully robbed the Gold Tank Reserve.
Sweet.
Ooh.
Not only have you managed to do so, but you also managed to do so in such a fashion, such an efficient fashion, that you also did not lure the authorities. You took the precautions to distract them on the other side of town. They, as far as you know, are in another part of Alkenstar, currently hunting down the fugitive at large, Bart the Barber Boltman.
Oh, man.
I didn't do a damn thing.
And I don't imagine that they would notice you such that it would force you guys to take the Whaling Scrapyard escape route that Phoebe had, notified you about should things turn sour as an exit strategy. So with a little bit of extra freedom that a lot of parties would probably have at this point, you can either, if you want to go through the Whaling Scrapyard, feel free. If you want to return to the Barrel and Bullet Saloon, I also see that as a totally valid option. Or if you want to go somewhere else and do other stuff, the city of Alkenstar is yours at the moment. Although
No.
you do have a lot of belongings, or Sugar Pea does have a lot of stolen objects,
Yeah.
a lot of contraband right now.
I think I'll say,
I would like to not have these.
all right. I'm curious what's in that dwarf-sized chest.
It's Phoebe, and then we find out.
Do you want to go straight to Phoebe's, or would you like to maybe stop at a potential safe house and see what's all inside before we just blindly hand it off? And just in case.
Okay. I see what you're. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Double cross.
No.
My
Inspection.
poor adventure path.
Inspection. We gotta make sure there's no traps and whatnot.
Exactly. We don't
Oh,
want
is
to hand
that
off a
how-
trap.
Sugar Pea rolled a 4
Ah.
to understand what's happening.
Well, I've never done this before, so absolutely.
Don't worry, darling. We'll
With a-
show you the way.
All right.
Bart looks at Asa and Buena and goes, I have the feeling you've been inspecting quite a few things recently, but looks at the group and goes, but I assume he might know best.
I
you
haven't
have-
quite experienced
Do you have a
this.
safe place in mind?
Yeah, I'm assuming I do have a safe house that could it be? David, if you're okay with this, would it be okay if it was slightly more outside with the kind of goofy backstory I gave you, that it's kind of like near the waterfall zone.
Yeah. Hang on,
Waterfall
Let me pull up the Alkenstar map. There's a city map. Where to go?
Yeah, it'd be like to the north.
Yeah. So yeah, so you guys are right now in the Ironside Quarter. Yeah, you can go to the Hydro Forge. Or yeah. You will be passing the Barrel and Bullet Saloon. I mean, not like directly, but you will be shooting past it. Let me pull you guys over to the city map here. I think we have a city map.
I see.
We have a map.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are over on this X here on the left side.
And the little red square or X over here is the bullet.
Correct.
Okay.
And then Bart's place is over here.
Yeah, Bart's place was kind of somewhere around there. Steam Haven, I think, was the district.
Yeah.
So where's your safe house?
Yeah. Down over here by like the waterfall zone.
Okay.
Sure. You guys can you guys can like hit the main road and make your way over there.
All right, show us the way.
Asta, I've never framed the fuzz before, so do you want to hold on to this?
They'll hand you the bag of holding, trusting you completely.
With a truly sincere smile, it would be my pleasure.
I feel like
as they grip it like an old woman in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
Mona clocks it.
I feel like
just keeping an eye on it.
Bart would probably not want to pass by his place. Like there'd be a lot of heat there, so we might have to take like the long way around.
We can come around.
And it's late at night. Yeah,
we have time
it's
tonight.
very late at night. So yeah, you
we
guys
have our disguises for a little longer, I think.
That's what I'm kind of looking up here. Like, how long will these disguises last?
An hour.
An hour. Okay.
Okay, so we're like what, 15 minutes in?
Yeah, we're not very long into this.
Yeah, you guys could. I would say you could definitely get to the safe house. You can get to the safe house in disguise,
All
right? But like just when you hit the safe house, your disguises will be wearing off.
Okay, perfect. Then we will head inside.
That puts us about, let's say, 2:30, 3 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
Right. Poor Dresh is probably going to be stuck in that vault for another.
Or
Just a few hours.
At least another 3 to 4 hours.
She'll be fine.
Slow, steady breaths.
Okay. Yeah, Asta, give us a description of your safe house. Where do we lead the party? Because you are finding us a safe house along the river. So, and I will say, where you pointed out a couple of descriptive features about this. When you guys are approaching, this here is a giant waterfall, like hundreds of feet tall. Okay, these edges here, these are places people live in buildings on the side of the walls of the valley walls. So there are kind of like built-in shanty towns right along the side.
Oh my god,
of the valley. Yeah, and then there's a few different like when you get lower down to the water level, small little like fishing docks, that kind of stuff. Actually, probably not. That's right at the bottom of the waterfall, so no, probably not. I don't know what that is supposed to be on the map. That's
only
what I thought
during
it might be.
salmon seasonal.
Yeah, exactly.
That looks like the shanty town, if I had to guess.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Here, I actually do have a picture I can send you in the Discord. Can't quite put it up.
Like
I'm
that
gonna post it in
place
there.
here. I don't know if you can see that.
Here you go.
So yeah.
So you guys can, so this is an Alkenstar image, right? So you can actually see the shanty town kind of like on the other side of the bridge. So that there's the waterfall. This is looking at it from the north side, looking south.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. Oh,
It would actually be like right below all of this. Like it would be almost tucked between the waterfall. Like it is meant to be like hidden in the dirt and the filth of this
Sure.
area.
Yeah, so
Sure.
no one looks.
Yeah.
Uh,
You guys making
and-
your way down, you start getting sprayed with a little bit of water, a little bit of dirt, a little bit of mud, right? I imagine Sugar Piece Parasol seeing some use, seeing some action.
And as they're leading you through this like kind of glum zone, it gets to an area where it starts to get a little nicer. Like it starts to look almost like not molested by the factorization of this town. And you see they just kind of look like rocks and debris, but Asta goes and just kind of grabs a rock that is oddly placed and turns it, and it's just a whole ass handle. And as he turns it and opens the door, it's just a flat door that looks like a three-dimensional rock on the outside.
This is so cool.
And walks on in, and you see little fey creatures just kind of floating around, like little fairies and whatnot from behind the waterfall.
Ramona instinctually like points a gun at him just as a reaction.
Hey now, we don't point guns at family.
Oh, sorry.
Sugar Pea instinctively frolics.
Such
There
good
we go.
nasties.
Imagine there's one like little chibi fairy that you point the gun to that just kind of goes like, just silently goes.
If you don't mind, Toku is
adorable.
not a danger to anybody. Let him be.
Oh, all right. Well, this is nifty. I've never seen such a thing.
Yes, well, this is my home and my family. And as you see that there are just a bunch of little fey critters scurrying about. Some of them seem to be a little more mindless, like literally just little monsters. Some of them seem to be a little more mindful as they're peeking out and hiding. There's Asta just kind of sits down and is like, I doubt that they're going to want to talk on the first night, but they'll let us know if anyone's coming. They'll be kind. Why don't we
Imagine
sit
there's
down
one-
and see what we have?
All right.
I imagine you got like one little butler fairy who's, maybe a
butler
little bit
fairy?
bolder, walking around, like
I named
pushing
him.
out
It's
teacups.
Rory.
Rory,
He's a
Rory.
the butler fairy.
Rory's bringing out broken chipped teacups.
Oh my god.
Well, Asta Buena, I have never seen a more beautiful sight than that door. Sugar Pea is so enchanted by the machinations by which that happened.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I'm glad that you like, but there's gonna be so much more to enjoy as they just kind of like upturn the bag and just go,
Ooh.
oh, nothing more
Heavy
fun
thud.
than unwrapping some presents.
Yeah.
I keep seeing like a dwarf-shaped chest in my head
I
now.
know. It's a dwarf size roll.
Listen,
Exactly
what it
we're
means.
pivoting.
Yeah.
We have to pivot this into a full Firefly situation. There's just gonna be a dwarf in the chest,
Yeah.
right?
That's,
I think-
that's exactly what I thought.
Mona stands ready with the gun pointed at the chest as you're opening it, just in case.
Born hairy yesterday.
It's a nice chest. I mean, the metal is expertly worked. There's even like little grooves for chest hair. You can like feel it as you run your hand across the surface.
Stop.
The facial expression's not much, but they did put a lot of details into the actual like torso.
It's what
Yeah,
I'm best
yeah.
known for. All right, let's open her up. What's inside?
All right, what do we got? Did we
Okay.
check for traps? Hold on. Check for traps.
We did not check for traps. Trap check. Trap check.
Okay. Retroactive trap check.
That's a rogue thing.
Okay. Let's see. Opening the chest.
Not a rogue, but I rolled a 16 on the die, so
Okay.
that's good.
I'm gonna assume you guys are gonna spend the time it takes to open the chest because it's not gonna happen easily, right? Asta, the expert, or sorry, well-built locks like this do take a little bit of time and a series of successes to actually open. So, because it's gonna be more than one action, we'll say you spend a little bit, thieves' tools out, tinkering, right? And you are able to open it after a while. And what you find is 153 gold pieces,
Ooh.
920 silver pieces.
Ooh.
Now, your cut that Phoebe had proposed was 40%, and I have to go back to session 1 to see if you guys negotiated for higher. But that would effectively put you guys at 100 gold each. Or no, hang on, sorry.
That's all right. 50 gold
Since
each.
their cut of the loot is 40%, they effectively get
Ah,
100 gold. They effectively get 100 GP. I'm not a math person, so the party still earns 100 GP. I think it's actually 100 gold for the whole party.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Ollie, as far as what you managed to find from the 2 offices, I'm going to say about 500 silver.
Ooh.
Not bad.
500 silver between the two offices.
Yeah, and then the other thing we
Okay.
got is that encoded ledger.
The encoded ledger. So if you want to try to do the encoded ledger,
Yeah.
I would need a society check to decode it. And does anybody
go
know
for it.
Dwarven?
Oh fuck. Wait, do I know what languages do I know?
Oh, no
Ask
idea.
You know
the chest
Dwarven,
to read
there's
it.
a bonus.
Common and Shadow Tongue is what I got.
Oh, I know
apparently.
Dwarvish. Holy shit.
Okay.
Loveless for the win.
I can read that.
Characters who know Dwarven do get a pretty significant bonus, a circumstance bonus to decoding.
I
this.
forgot to pick my languages, but I have a high int.
Oh, you
And I
probably
don't
you
would
probably
know.
have.
say Dwarven because
Yeah,
what are
Dwarven makes sense
It'll
because
be-
I think like from
Okay.
your backstory too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be better
Okay.
too if you
Yeah,
do
okay.
this. Anyway.
more than one person. Yeah, knowing Dwarven in the party is a good idea.
okay? I'll figure out what
Pretty-
the last
pretty
language is with you later.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So yeah, I need a DC 15 society check, and you get a +4 bonus
Society?
check with your dwarven knowledge, and someone can aid
I get a plus what?
a +4 circumstance. So I don't
For
know if
knowing
aid
Dwarvish?
is aid a circumstance bonus. Yeah, for knowing
Uh,
Dwarvish.
I believe it is. Let's double check.
Yeah, because if aid is a circumstance, then
Circumstance.
circumstance. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably not worth aiding then.
Okay.
But if you have like an item or a status bonus that you can provide somehow, feel free to try.
Yeah.
Okay. And if anything, +4 is great. All right, bud, give us a check.
Yeah. So I feel like I can't roll in demiplane anymore because it's being really nice to me. I rolled an 18 +7 for a 25, and then +4 is a 29.
Okay. What this gets you is infallible evidence that Dresh was actually embezzling from the bank. And it details her exact methodology. And with a critical success, you know, probably through the grapevine, maybe previous interactions, Phoebe Dunsmith would. This could be evidence that Dunsmith could use to help topple Muglin's empire.
Whoa. Beautiful.
She would probably be willing to pay a good bit of money for this ledger.
I see.
I gotta tell y'all, I have never been happier to read something in my entire life. Ambrose Muglin, he fucked with Jimmy Bob Errol Jean, and I have a score to settle with that motherfucker.
Ooh.
Well, all right.
Yeah,
this is a little bit of negotiation power for us, I think.
Indeed. I think counting everything up, we're supposed to get about 100 of this gold, but I feel like we could get so much more use out of this information. What do you guys think?
Well, we gotta tell Phoebe. We gotta tell Phoebe so that she can topple Muglin's empire. I need his empire toppled.
Phoebe is an ally.
Yeah.
She's a friend.
She is. But
Exactly.
all I'm saying is, and it switches from Asta to Buena, and she's like, we need to make sure she knows that if she's doing this with us. We're not just hired hands doing her dirty work. We're
I'm
here
sure
to
she
topple
wouldn't
the
mind the
empires
help.
again. Sometimes people like to be the ones that do the saving, you know?
Mm.
I did not know.
I think that Buena is like, I can't be tough with this.
Well, what do you say we just hang on to this ledger for now? We tell Phoebe we've got something that might help in all of our goals, and just see what she's willing to pay for it. You know?
That
I
agree
mean,
with.
I wanted to do it. You know,
What
I'm not
if
trying
you
to...
could get that and like 20 more gold? You don't care about gold so much,
is
huh?
nice, but you know, I mean, gold is nice, right? I mean, it helps for inventing, for doing my work.
Exactly.
But, I mean, what's the alternative? I need someone to fight Ambrose with. I need someone who knows what to do with this. I gotta vindicate Jimmy Bob Earl Jane.
We'll do that.
Well, then it seems like it's up to us to convince her that our priorities are in line.
Yeah.
I agree, Bob.
Yeah.
We can consider this a bit of a... And Bart looks over at Lycus and goes, atonement. I suppose this makes us equal.
They grab a couple extra gold and give it to you. It's like, maybe now.
Bart
Look,
kind of shrugs and puts it
we
into his
have-
pocket.
Okay.
We
I suppose so.
have a lot of opportunity for tomorrow, but for tonight, how about we celebrate?
What you got?
And oh, we got a little bit of everything. And she just starts yelling out for Rory as you see this like, it looks like a tiny old man. It looks like an old man, but in tiny pixie form, with a long beard that's like dragging behind him as he just scurries up. And he's just carrying two different like half-drank wine bottles. What do you want? And yeah.
Oh,
Do you guys
want
want to drink and be merry?
Hell yeah,
Bart-
let's celebrate.
Bart takes his belts, which is lined with all of his flasks and potions and such, and spins the belt around on him. His belt has like a bit of a lower back brace on it, and he spins the belt around on him, and the back brace folds down into like a little waiter's table, and
That's
very
awesome.
deftly pulls out little shot glasses, very practiced at these motions, pulls out a little bottle and starts pouring some whiskey to go along with.
That's
Amazing.
excellent.
Amazing.
Oh,
That's excellent. And I think throughout the night, Ramona, every time you look around at what was the little chibi fairy?
Rory?
So
Or
Was it Rory?
Rory is
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, yeah. Every time you look, Rory's got hands up again. All right.
oh god.
Well, party, I think this celebration of your successful heist in Asta Buena's little safe house here at the edge of Alkenstar, just at the edge of the heart of Alkenstar, is a good place for us to call our session tonight. And when we pick up, we will deliver the spoils back to the Barrel and Bullet Saloon. Possibly. You guys are outlaws. We'll see what you do. So, guys, thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you've been hanging out with us, don't forget to give us a follow, check us out on YouTube, all that good stuff. Before we head out, we are going to say goodbye to our players. Let's start with Hasta Buena.
All right, everybody. I have been Asta and Buena Vista. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a wonderful day and wonderful session. I'm so excited to have just stolen so much stuff. Every time I play, I feel like I play some version of a criminal, and I love it. So yeah, hang out with us next time, and remember to watch our other stuff here on the channel. We got a lot of stuff coming up, and there's a session of Terramahia tomorrow that I'm gonna be DMing, and that's gonna be a whole lot of fun. It's gonna be the last. I think we're on our last 2 for this campaign, so
Wow.
should be fun. That's it. Hasta la vista, babies.
Bart.
This is Bartholomew Boltzmann saying thank you for tuning in to this production, and you all have a fine evening.
Awesome.
Short and sweet.
All right. Sugar Pea? Wait, no, Ramona.
Ramon, are you going
I
alphabetical?
realized it was alphabetical.
All right.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is on the thing, too.
I'm Hannah. I've been playing Ramona Loveless, disguised as Angelique Loveless, my nemesis and cousin. And this has been a lot of fun. Thanks so much for watching. Like Ali said, check out all of our other stuff. We've got some Pathfinder stuff, some Terramahia stuff. Haktua, says Alec. Thank you. Gotta do it at least once per episode. That's me. Thank you.
And Sugar Pea.
Hello, I'm Button. My pronouns are they, them. I'm Blue Button on social media, and I play Sugar Pea, who was mostly Byron this session. When I'm not in this game, you can find me playing Cressida in Unearthed Inheritance, and Amanita in New World Rebellion. When I'm not on this channel, you can find me over on Tales Archived, where I play Echinacea Belrose, a little wizard who had a little crash out. And another fishy face at some point soon.
Fishy.
That's me.
That sounds fishy. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. My name is David. I've been your GM this evening. My pronouns are he, him, and you can catch me here on Stealthy Elf Productions. Is the game master of a lot of our Pathfinder stuff, right? So that's our Outlaws of Alkenstar campaign. That's our Heroes of Hysteria homebrew campaigns. That is Unearthed Inheritance, Sansi Saga, and New World Rebellion. And then I also play in the Terramahia game, where I play Jin, the cowboy that shields first and asks questions later. And occasionally, I'll show up on Tales Archived as a few different faces. All right, you guys have a great night. We will see you tomorrow for Terramahia. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.